Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt a sudden wave of panic? Like somehow overnight, your face or your body suddenly became outdated. It sounds ridiculous when you say it out loud, doesn't it? The idea that human features could go out of style like last season's jacket. But that's the exact psychological trap millions of us fall into every single day. We live in a world consumed by an absolute fear of missing out, not on events or parties, but on physical perfection. We are terrified of left behind by an arbitrary standard that changes depending on where you land on the map. Think about it for a second. If you live in South Korea, Japan, or parts of Southeast Asia, the cultural obsession is often ultra-pale, porcelain skin, delicate V-shaped jaw, and an ultra-slender frame. Millions of people spend fortunes trying to erase every hint of sun exposure. Then you hop on a plane and fly to Europe or North America, and suddenly the script completely flips. People are laying out in the burning sun for hours, slithering on dark oil or sitting on UV tanning beds just to look bronze and tan. Over there, pale skin is often mocked as looking sick or washed out. And it doesn't stop at skin tone. In one country, being as thin as a pencil is the ultimate goal. In another, having full calves, thick thighs, and an hourglass silhouette is the standard. So who is actually right? Nobody. Because beauty standards aren't universal truths. They are arbitrary rules made up by society, heavily amplified by the beauty industry, and constantly moved just as soon as you get close to reaching them. And in our desperate rush to chase these moving goalposts, we are paying with something far more valuable than money: our actual health. Let's talk about one of the most alarming trends spreading across clinics worldwide right now: whitening drips and extreme skin lightening cocktails. People want instant results. Cream take months, so they turn to intravenous therapy, hooking themselves up to IV bags filled with high doses of glutathione, vitamin C, and sometimes unauthorized chemical compounds, expecting a magical glowing transformation. Marketing campaigns call these beauty drips or glow cocktails, making them sound harmless, like a refreshing smoothie for your veins. But here's the brutal reality your aesthetic clinic won't put on their Instagram flyer. Your organs were never meant to process massive, unregulated doses of these chemicals all at once. When you flood your bloodstream with these extreme concentrations of these compounds, your kidneys have to work overtime to filter them out. Medical boards across the globe repeatedly issued stern warning against using IV glutathione for skin whitening. Why? Because long-term consequences are disastrous. Repeated exposure can lead to severe thyroid dysfunction, painful skin eruptions, blood clots, and in the worst case scenarios, full-blown kidney failure. Think about that trade-off. Is having skin that is 2 shades lighter really worth sitting in a hospital room connected to a dialysis machine for the rest of your life? People are literally sacrificing organ function just to match a filtered picture on a phone screen. It's not just chemicals though. The pressure to conform has driven surgical trends to an all-time high. Plastic surgery used to be an extreme decision. Now it's treated like a casual afternoon appointment. Get a little filler here, shave down a bone there, put in an implant and call it a day. But nobody talks about the permanence of these decisions. Recently, a post went viral on Facebook that perfectly captures this horror. A young woman made a heartbreaking post explaining that she urgently wanted to take out her nose implant. It was infected, inflamed, and felt like it was literally about to burst through her skin. She was in pain and terrified, but the comments under her post were a nightmare. Instead of comfort, people were bluntly telling her the truth of her situation. If you take it out now, your face will look worse than before. And tragically, those commenters weren't just being cruel. They were describing a physical reality. When you get a dramatic rhinoplasty or structural facial surgery, surgeons don't just gently slide an implant in. To make the artificial piece fit smoothly, they often have to shape down, scrape away, or completely remove your natural bone or cartilage. Your body's natural architecture is altered forever. So if something's go wrong, if your body rejects the implant, if an infection sets in, or if you simply grow up and realize you miss your original face, you can't just go back to normal. The original foundation is literally gone. Removing the fake structure often leaves the remaining tissue collapsed or warped. You become trapped inside a body you altered, forced to undergo even more dangerous reconstructive surgeries just to look functional. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, well, I'd never get an IV drip or cut open my face, so this doesn't apply to me. But this mindset leaks into even the smallest, most routine beauty habits we perform every month. Take nail extension and frequent gel manicures, for example. In salons all over the world, speed is prioritized over safety. To keep up with high demand and low prices, many budget establishments skip proper sterilization protocols. Autoclaves, the high-pressure steam machines required to truly kill bacteria and viruses on metal tools, are frequently skipped in favor of quick alcohol wipes that do almost nothing. When unsterilized tools cut into your cuticles, they introduce severe bacterial, fungal, and even bloodborne infections directly into your skin. On top of that, constant scraping, harsh chemical acrylics, and relentless filing strip away the natural protective layers of your nail beds. Over time, your natural nails become paper-thin, painful, fragile, and prone to permanently lifting away from the skin. We destroy our body natural's defenses just to have shiny plastics glued to our fingers for 3 weeks. Why? Because everywhere we look, natural, plain features are subtly coded as unprofessional or careless. Now, let me be clear about one thing. Having your own choice matters. At the end of the day, it's your body, your life, and your journey. I completely respect anyone's personal decision to get a procedure done, whether it's a minor tweak, skincare, or cosmetic surgery. If doing something genuinely boosts your confidence and you are doing for yourself, you have every right to make that choice. However, if you do decide to go down that path, you owe it to yourself to be as careful as possible. Because right now, there is a dangerous epidemic taking over the aesthetic industry. In many countries, especially places like Myanmar, there are countless illegal clinics popping up everywhere, completely run by fake doctors and unqualified practitioners. These are people who bought the fake certificates online or took a 3-day weekend workshop, and now they're injecting unknown substances into people's faces and bodies. They advertise cheap prices on social media, use heavy filters on their before and after photos, and promise quick miracles. But behind closed doors, they are using contaminated products, unsterilized tools, and non-medical grade substances. If you truly want to make a change in your appearance, please always double-check credentials, verify medical licenses, and choose certified legitimate doctors. Never let a discount clinic turn your personal choice into a life-threatening mistake. When you step back and look at the big picture, the entire system feels completely upside down. We inject toxins to chase a temporary skin shade. We scrape away our natural bone structure to fit a trend that will change in 5 years. We ruin our skin, our nails, and our organs, all for the validation of strangers who are just as insecure as we are. Here's the truth we all need to hear far more often. Trends are manufactured to make you feel incomplete. Because a confident, healthy person doesn't spend money trying to fix what isn't broken. So the next time you feel that itch of missing out or feel pressured to change something natural about yourself, take a step back and ask yourself, am I trying to look good or am I trying to feel good? Respect your choices, but above all, protect your health first. Because being healthy isn't just a baseline. It's the ultimate form of beauty and it never goes out of style. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who might need a gentle reminder today. Take care of yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.